My fridge. Sorry about that. I'm gonna read a couple lines from this poem. Dried maple and ash bark, lush emerald flats, the fall-colored arena hark, the wide superior mats. Encircled my life, the open space speaks. Let me end the strife.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy you're here. Today's going to be a quick analysis. Not a lot has changed since Monday. We had our drop, held support. Really just want to go over just macro stuff to keep everybody more or less in the loop. I'm actually going to take these off. I was so humid outside, then it started storming, and now my hair is a mess, so I apologize. With all that said, I do want to start the live stream off with this. So tomorrow on X, I was going to live stream the presidential debate. It'll be more of like bring some drinks, let's have some fun with it. I'm not really like leaning into, I mean, obviously, like, let's be real. Like, we all kind of want Trump to win. Biden's kind of, senile out the door. I mean, if there was another Democrat candidate that was much better, really, I'm just streaming it for the content. I think it's going to be great. I think it'll be funny, kind of lighthearted, hopefully. But yeah, bring your drinks. It's at 9 Eastern. I know for some of you people that live across the pond, you're probably going to be asleep during the debate. And I know you got to work the next day. If you don't, or you have an easy day, I recommend you watch the debate. It's going to be one for the books for sure. What's up, Mining? What's up, Yasser? What's up, Colin? What's up, Peter? Sneaks, the room was dark. I forgot to change windows, and I didn't have my lights on yet. I literally walked downstairs, started the live stream, and then flipped the lights on and got everything ready. Another thing, I went to someone's house yesterday. So this guy I met, I won't name any names yet, but essentially he does like fundamental analysis on different coins, so he could tell you like if something's a rug pull, if something's a scam, if something's legitimate, how much network activity is there. Like, and this could be helpful for potentially alt season, right? So I went to his house yesterday, talked to him, might have him on the stream, whatever. And his streaming room is sick. Like, he's got all this stuff up on the walls. Now I don't have anything because I don't own this house. I rent it. Part of the reason I rent it is because I'm waiting to buy or build a house. Still haven't decided where we want to move. I have a girlfriend that can't make up her mind, unfortunately. So we're still trying to figure that out. Plus the housing market, guys, let's be honest, it's not easy to find a reasonable price for a house with reasonable interest. So still deciding on what's going to happen there. But anyways, his streaming setup was crazy. Like, he had all these like computer monitors and like big signs and like the lights and everything. It was pretty cool. So I think I'm going to do something similar. Now obviously I'm going to put up different kind of decorations, won't copy him, but hopefully have a stream room like that because it was really cool. What's up, Dorian? Twitter, interesting. I'll be there if I can remember. Yeah, I mean, I'll put something in the Discord and I'll tweet something out. I thought I'd do on Twitter because I want to experiment with Twitter live streaming. I think it reaches more people in a live setting. I understand with YouTube you can go back and watch the video, but with Twitter, it's just kind of out there and in your face and you get notified. So we're going to try that out again. It's not like a market analysis. It's just going to be presidential debate. I mean, plus probably tequila. So it'll be kind of fun, kind of lighthearted, just kind of another way to watch it. So if you're at home by yourself or if you're watching it by yourself, now you can watch it with us and at least there's people. Maybe I'll open up the voice chat in the Discord and we can all like discuss or whatever. But all right, let's do this analysis. It's going to be quick today. Not a lot has changed. In terms of SPX, we're still going up. I have this kind of debate with myself, and I've been telling kind of my people this morning. I'm unsure, because, right, this is the original divergence, and then we kind of had that little red candle, and then we started going up. And maybe some of you that are more well-versed in divergence can answer this for me. Has that divergence already settled, or is this divergence now, right? And I'm unsure because we originally had divergence. We dumped, right? In my opinion, it settled, and now we're heading back upwards, right? I mean, ultimately, RSI corrected. Is that not what's the better word for settled? Is that not like a realized divergence? Does that mean divergence has played out? I'm unsure. Talking about politics, what are your thoughts about the Ukraine bombing Russian beach with U.S. missiles and U.S. intelligence? I'll be honest, dude. I have a pretty clear view on like just war in general. I'd hope that at this point in just kind of like the maturity of the human race that we'd stop going to war and stop fighting over stupid shit. But at this day and age, you can move and go to any country, state, city, whatever, anywhere in the world. You can get on a plane, move all your shit there, and live there. Essentially. Like, why are people in government still fighting over this stupid nonsense? Now, I understand, like, if it's a resource issue or if someone's overstepping bounds, I get it. But I really don't have an opinion on the whole Russian-Ukraine thing other than I wish we didn't go to war. That's kind of my opinion on it. Caspa took off. Mara announced it's mining it. Yeah, I've seen that. I have a friend that's really into the crypto mining companies or the Bitcoin mining companies, so he's jumping for joy right now. It's pretty good on his end. But yeah, kind of back to my SPX question, like, which one is the divergence? Because you essentially have A, B, C, A, B, C, right? A to B was the divergence, or is A to C the divergence and A to B is nothing? Does that make sense? I'm unsure, so I can't really say if it is or if it's not a divergence. Either way, we're overbought. I would expect a pullback soon, maybe. I mean, we're kind of in all-time high territory. We could keep going for a little while. It'd be great if we kept going. Great for crypto, bad for the DXY, which is, again, good for crypto. Anything that puts crypto back in its bull market, bull run, excellent for us. So the dollar, what I'm looking for, and there's really nothing on the daily 4 hour, 1 hour. We're just watching this weekly double top, right? We have clear divergences, right? We're making equal highs in price or value, and we're making lower highs, or we will make lower highs in RSI. Ultimately, unless we breach and kind of break the 107 area, we're making those divergences. We're potentially making that double top. So something to watch for on the weekly. I mean, it's pretty clean, especially if you open up a line chart. Like, that's super clean. So if we start to kind of revert to the downside, we'll start kind of realizing that double top. I'd really like us to confirm it. Confirmation will be breaking below that midpoint, again, breaking below that 104 kind of support area we've been eyeing for several different weeks. DXY looks very bullish on a higher time frame. DXY has a potential double top, but that is not bullish. I don't know what you're talking about. I would say, like, zooming out and looking from the grand scheme of things, knowing that financial markets are likely going to tank over the next couple years, I would say, yeah, we're consolidating. We're probably going to go higher. But as per like a midterm, like several months from now, maybe even a year from now, like, this double top exists. Its potential, it has not confirmed, but it exists, and you can't just ignore it. I'm not really. I'm not going to do the total charts today, just because Bitcoin's kind of the main focus until Bitcoin dominance severely breaks down. So with tether dominance, guys, we're forming multiple levels of bearish divergence. We have higher highs in RSI, lower highs, again, in price, or even equal highs here. Either way, you're looking again at a potential double top. I'd like this to hold here. We have volume going down, value going up. That's usually a sign of, again, bearish price action. That we're essentially just break down, retest to cool off, and will continue much lower. And just a quick example, I showed this morning, and I think I showed this on Monday. Here's a very great or good example of what I'm talking about. Bitcoin breaks down through 64.5, retests as resistance, volume's going down the whole time as price or value is moving up. Again, bearish price action, the next move should be down, which again, we got. Tweeted about it, put out the price action indication before it happened. Lo and behold, there you go. Price action is a huge, I guess, indication in my system. I mean, price action literally gives you what trend is agreeing with in terms to supply and demand with volume. Rubbing the Stallion, glad to Clash Live. Glad you're here, man. Yeah, I changed the time to around 5:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I think a lot more people can make it. The views were definitely lackluster at like 3 p.m. DXY on the monthly looks like he wants to go higher up. Yeah, it likely will, but not for another year or so. You have to remember, if the DXY goes several points higher, you're talking about a market crash, right? I don't think they're going to crash the market before the presidential election. I feel like that's kind of a given. But let's keep moving on. Bitcoin. So, as it stands now, and I tweeted this morning, we do have 3 levels of bullish divergence. Again, I disagree with this being a double top, partially because when you open up a line chart, we didn't even make it to that left-hand top. You know, open to being wrong, but generally double tops also don't have volume going down the whole time they're making, especially when you're breaking down. Volume's going down the entire time. On top of that, I mean, we bounced significantly at support. We're seeing bullish divergences. And you have higher lows, lower lows in RSI, general bullish divergence. Plus, you know, bring it back to the line chart real quick. And let me just open up like a clean, bring back to this line chart. What if we just do this? Then you're just looking at a big bull flag. So we'll see. I mean, if we break down, it's probably going to be ugly for a little while. But again, I have a hard time with this volume confirming a downtrend. I mean, nothing on my or per my trading system is confirming a trend reversal. All of it's saying is trend continuation. And I'm open to being wrong, but in 2021 and 2020, we saw multitude levels of, with volume going down, price going up, divergences, MACD cross, momentum divergences, ascending wedge, head and shoulders. I mean, it was all there, right? Multiple levels of distribution, multiple levels of trend reversal. Not to mention, we were up 10x from the bottom or 20x from the bottom. It just seems like, when you compare the two, right? You compare this to this, you're not even getting remotely close of the same signals. We haven't even experienced a bearish divergence in this whole entire uptrend. So in my opinion, we just keep consolidating before going higher. Another proving point on that fact is Bollinger Bands. We've just been moving sideways to build volatility to move higher. And I keep repeating myself, keep saying this, and I will continue to do so just so you guys don't get, capitulated, I guess. So you don't capitulate and sell all your Bitcoin that you might have bought sub 30K. I mean, even if we do dump below 56, I highly doubt we get to 45. I mean, that would be a blessing in disguise if we did. DXY on the daily and the weekly chart seems like it's starting to break out. So I just went over the DXY and none of this is breaking out. Like, we're not even close to resistance. We're still a solid percent from resistance. For those who don't know, a percent on the DXY is like 10% for Bitcoin. I mean, and we have that potential double top. So I don't know why all the fear, but that's up to you. Let's go through the daily real quick. So we have bounced from support. We're coming back down, retesting support. So I actually want to move off the daily and go to the 4-hour. So for those of you scared that we're going to dump, because yes, we do have that bearish price action again, right? We bounced. We'll probably likely do something like this. Well, what's RSI going to do? And this is where you start to infer, right? We're going to start creating bullish divergences if we start doing something like this, right? Where you have higher lows in RSI, equal or lower lows in price. Again, bullish divergence. That's usually the gateway of a reversal. Unfortunately, we didn't really get clear divergence on the 4-hour. I want to see the daily. I mean, we've already determined that the weekly has divergence. Let's look at the daily. So long as the daily doesn't just continue lower, you actually have daily divergence as well. You have lower lows in RSI, higher lows in price. I I mean, again, I don't understand all the fear. Chart's indicating that we should continue to move higher. Again, things can change. We could have a fundamental event that is cataclysmic for the market, but we're starting to see that alts are gaining strength, right? Bitcoin dominance back in the 54% area, and this is where I'm going to kind of leave off with this live stream. Again, I apologize for the quick stream, but I just wanted to give a little update. We haven't had much movement in a while. Or not in a while, but we haven't had much movement other than the initial support retest. So with Bitcoin dominance, you guys know my kind of schematic. You guys already know that there's bearish divergences on RSI and MACD compared to price. There's momentum divergences as well. All of that spelling for some kind of exhaustion. So what we're thinking is we get a sort of alt summer before we head higher. The other option is we just head higher, and this is acting as consolidation. Now, in order to confirm, I guess we'll call alt summer scenario A, right? And just continue higher. We'll call that scenario B. So for scenario A or alt summer to play out, we need to break this 54% area, probably within the next 1 to 2 weeks. You know, if we start bouncing around here more and we're not breaking down and we're not, you know, significantly closing below prior support, I'd say it's a good chance that we're not going to get that alt season. Or not alt season, alt summer. And alt summer is different from alt season. Alt summer is just Ethereum, Link, BNB, AI coins. The coins that have been showing strength over the last several months. Doge probably will do well. Let's just see the daily and the 4 hours, see if there's anything here. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's pretty clear on the daily where we need to break down. We need to lose that 54%. We lose it and we're golden. On the 4 hour, it looks like we got a nice clean bear flag. Probably going to consolidate a little bit more, which is fine. Try and get rid of all this stuff. Nice little head and shoulders here. Right, breakdown, retest, continue. I mean, this should continue lower, ultimately. Thanks for the analysis anytime. I'm more than happy to do it. For those of you that are new, I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, around 5 to 5:30 Eastern. Just a quick reminder for those of you that weren't here earlier in the stream. I am going to do a watch party for the Trump-Biden debate tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. It will be a drinking event. So bring your drinks, bring your, it'll be fun, right? It's not going to be serious. I'm not going to sit here with a smirk on my, a smirk on my face and all that. Well, I guess I will sit here with a smirk on my face because I'm going to be laughing at it. Just like just a ridiculous event. It's two candidates that no one really wants, but it's just going to be funny. So I don't know. I figured it could be fun. I got a lot of interest, so that will be streamed on X for anybody or Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, for anyone that's interested. But hopefully Bitcoin dominance continues. I mean, I'm still in favor of this alt summer. We just had the summer solstice, so still pretty early into summer. Hopefully this can play out. And then we can start looking at altcoins because I feel bad in some respect. I haven't really been looking at some of your guys' altcoin requests. I'd like to, but again, there's no reason to until we start seeing dominance kind of fade a little bit. Because in reality, Bitcoin's going to have the bigger move, retain more value if dominance is showing strength, right? Uptrend strength. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. I apologize for it being a little quick today. I'm hungry and tired, and it's storming, and I'm honestly afraid my power's about to go out. So with all that said, look out for the stream tomorrow. I'll post before I start. Probably be about 10 minutes before I start. With all that said, be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.